Hello and welcome to Daily Life English, the podcast that dives into the common situations we all face and the language we use to navigate them. I'm Ben.
And I'm Maya. And today we're going somewhere we all visit, but maybe don't think too much about, this supermarket.
That's right, from the moment you grab a cart to the final beep at the checkout, a trip to the grocery store is a full-on conversation with yourself, the products, and sometimes other shoppers.
So, whether you're making a quick run for milk or doing the big weekly shop, this episode is for you. We're going to break down a typical supermarket trip, aisle by aisle.
We'll cover the vocabulary, the small talk, and even how to handle those tricky situations, all in about 30 minutes. So, grab your reusable bags and let's get started.
Okay, Ben, you're the planner in this duo. What's the first step before you even set foot in the store?
The list. It's non-negotiable for me. I'm a list guy. I usually write it on my phone, categorized by aisle, produce first, then dairy, then meats, and so on. It saves me so much time and stops me from buying things I don't need.
See, I'm the opposite. I am a see what inspires me shopper. I'll go in with a vague idea, stuff for pasta, and then I see a beautiful aubergine and suddenly I'm making ratatouille.
And that's why our shopping trips together are an adventure. But for our listeners, the key phrases start right at the entrance. You grab a shopping cart or a shopping basket.
Or if you're in the UK, it's a trolley or a basket. And this is where you might have your first interaction. Excuse me, could I get a cart? If they're all locked up.
Exactly. And then you head in. Now, most people have a routine. Do you start on the left or the right?
I always go right, which is usually the fruits and vegetables. It feels fresh and healthy.
And that leads us perfectly into our first key section, the produce aisle.
Okay, the produce section. This is my happy place. But it can also be a bit intimidating. How do you know if an avocado is ripe?
Great question. This is all about the language of selection. You'll often hear people picking up produce, giving it a gentle squeeze. For an avocado, you want it to be firm but yield to gentle pressure.
Right. And you might ask a store employee for help. You could say, "Excuse me, could you help me find ripe avocados?" Or, "Do you have any more of these in the back? These ones seem a bit hard."
And let's talk about buying loose items versus pre-packaged. If you're buying loose tomatoes or apples, you often have to weigh them and print a price sticker.
The machine can be tricky. The key is to find the code, usually on a little sign. So you type in the number, like 4011 for bananas, put them on the scale, and it prints the sticker. It feels like a mini victory when you get it right.
And what about herbs? You might need a bunch of cilantro or a bag of spinach. The vocabulary here is all about quantity. A head of lettuce, a pound of grapes, a cluster of tomatoes.
And don't forget the small talk. You're often reaching for the same lemon as someone else. A simple, "Oh, go ahead," or "These look lovely today, don't they?" is a nice, friendly moment.
I'm usually too focused on my list for that, but you're right. It happens. Okay, leaving the fresh produce behind, we venture into the core of the supermarket, the inner aisles. Canned goods, pasta, cereals. This is where my list really pays off.
And this is where I get distracted by all the shiny boxes. This is also where you need your shopper's eyes. You have to compare products.
Absolutely. You're looking at unit pricing, that small price per ounce or per gram on the shelf tag. It's the best way to see what's actually a better deal.
And you're making decisions. Should I get the name brand or the store brand? Is this on sale? Is it a BOGO? That's buy one, get one.
And you might be looking for something specific. This is a common scenario. You can't find an item. What do?
You find an employee. The key is to be polite. "Hi, sorry to bother you. Could you tell me where I can find the tahini? Or do you carry gluten-free soy sauce?"
Perfect. And another classic aisle conversation is with another shopper.
You see someone staring at the wall of olive oil, looking confused.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help but notice you looking at the olive oils. Have you tried this one? It's really good for the price.
It's a lovely little moment of human connection. If you're brave enough, I usually just give a sympathetic smile. Now, let's talk about a modern supermarket dilemma: the self-checkout.
Ah, the checkout, the finish line. This is where the real test begins. Which line is the fastest?
It's always a gamble. Do you go to the cashier with the full conveyor belt but who looks speedy, or the one with only 2 people who have a million questions?
And then there's the self-checkout. I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's great for a few items, but if I have a full cart...
And you have to please place the item in the bagging area, and it starts yelling at you?
Exactly. The language here is very specific. At a regular checkout, the cashier might say, "Did you find everything okay today?" And you can respond, "Yes, thank you." Or if you didn't, "Actually, I was looking for the item, but it's okay."
They might ask, would you like help out with your bags today? Or paper or plastic? Though that's becoming less common.
And then payment. How would you like to pay? Credit, debit, please. Or I'd like to pay in cash. And then the classic, do you have any coupons?
And at the self-checkout, you're talking to the machine. Scan your loyalty card, select payment method, and the dreaded beep, beep. Unexpected item in bagging area.
Cue the panic while you wait for the attendant. But once you're through, you get your receipt and you're done. Thank you. Have a great day.
And just like that, we've navigated the supermarket from start to finish. So, Maya, what's your one big takeaway for a successful shopping trip?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Whether it's finding a ripe melon or locating a specific ingredient, the employees are there to help, and a quick question can save you 10 minutes of wandering.
Great advice. Mine is to at least have a rough list. It saves money, time, and decision fatigue.
Let's do a super quick fire round of key phrases our listeners can use. Excuse me, where can I find? Could you help me with? Do you have any more of these in the back? Is this on sale? I'd like to use my own bags. Could I get a price check on this?
Perfect. Well, that just about wraps up our trip to the supermarket.
We hope this was helpful and gave you some confidence for your next grocery run.
If you have your own supermarket stories or phrases, we'd love to hear them. Find us on social media at Daily Life English 58.
Thanks for listening. Until next time.
Daily Life English is produced by Sound Learning. Our theme music is by composer Joe. Maya is the voice you heard.
And Ben is the other voice you heard. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode.